Hi everyone, so final video review for this week is for Her Christmas Carol by Margaux Fox. If you want to check out my Goodreads review, I have just posted that the other day. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below, and if you are on Facebook or if you're on my blog, then there's a link within the post. And this is the video review. So Her Christmas Carol by Margaux Fox was a super cute Christmas story. I thought it was novella length, but it was more of a short story. And it was written in a very simple language. It was very easy to follow, very easy to understand, and really easy to read. And the one thing I really liked about it and its style was how poetic it seemed in its wordings. It was lovely in terms of how it flowed, really. So it's one of those stories where it's got all the Christmas components. It's very emotional, and it's a story about two people who fell in love as teenagers. They were inseparable. Carole, who lived on the other farm, and Carole then went away and broke Joe's heart when she was off to school, like boarding school, and off to the city to work and stuff. And Joe's been struggling to maintain her father's farm. She's been having a really hard year of it. So this has gone on over many years. Carole's come home every Christmas for the holidays, and Joe has always seen her. And every year Joe kind of hopes that her Christmas miracle is going to come true, and that Carole's going to be back for good, and that her Christmas dreams are going to happen. But this year's been especially tough on Joe, and she's having a really hard time of it, with things kind of bad and in dire need a little bit. Joe's hoping that this will be the year that she gets her true love and maybe things work out somehow. So it was just a sweet story, like I say, for Christmas. Very emotional, and main characters who, again, have their love interfered with by people who, well, circumstances and parents, basically, who are making it difficult for them and breaking their hearts for them. And it held that festive magic of wondering whether poor Jo was going to get her Christmas miracle in time, and actually whether she was going to get the help she needed for the farm. So it was heartwarming and extremely cute. Like I say, it was a very short story. It had the potential to be a novella. I think it could have had a bit more depth and a bit more insight into the characters, but then it might have ruined the poetic flow of it. Like I say, I really like that poetic flow, so swings and roundabouts a bit there. But it may have added a bit more emotion and depth to the story, but it was a great story as it was. It was obvious that Joe and Carole had a connection, and it was sweet getting glimpses of them in the past, their little affections that they shared, and then that awkwardness that surrounded them as adults. It was quite tense until Carole could finally get past worrying what her parents thought and follow her heart. So Joe was the character, though, that we really got a lot of insight into. Therefore, it's sort of Joe's emotions that you really got connected to and experienced, and it was Joe's story and heartache that made her such an admirable character. She was like doing her best, and she was facing a tough time and just doing what she could with it, like most of us would, and getting by the best she could, whilst living in hope, which was lovely. So this was just a nice little read for Christmas. Had that little festive vibe to it. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. So I'll pop a link in the description so that you can go and grab a copy of Her Christmas Carol by Margaux Fox. If you've read Her Christmas Carol by Margaux Fox, please let me know what you thought of it. Drop a comment below. If you haven't read it yet, but you are interested in reading it or planning to read it, or if it's on your to be read list, again, let us know, because it's great to hear what you're interested in reading. And if you do grab a copy of it, I hope you enjoy it. Bye!